You are now listening to Thinking Out Loud with your hosts, Jay Lip and Jay Rhodes.
Thinking out loud, man. We back at it with another episode. We made it another week. Thank you to the fans, the listeners. We love y'all. We appreciate you. This episode, I got my co-host Jay Rhodes, of course, and the most honorable Levi in attendance as we go into somewhat of a controversial topic in the black community: the N-word, nigger, nigga, negro. How do you feel about these words and how they use in the community? Should we be using them? Should we not be using them? We're going to jump into this conversation. If you have an opinion about it, go ahead and drop a comment and let us know what you think, and we may read it on the next episode. Until then, listen, subscribe, like, and enjoy. We love y'all. Here we go. I wanted to get in on the N word, but
Yeah, go. Let's jump to that, man.
when I say what up to my dude or my bro, I'm like, what up, my nigga? Like, what's good? Whenever Jay Rhodes or Levi see me, he be like, the honorable Mr. Levi. What up, nigga? What's good? I'm a little bit on the side of the word nigga to me is a term of endearment. It's like, that's my nigga. Like, Levi's my nigga. That's my bro. I could use other words. I could say, it's my brother. That's my family. I could say the same thing about Rose. That's my brother. That's my family. But I'll be like, that's my nigga. Like, what's good, nigga? What's good, my nigga? Like, what is it that makes the word so controversial to the point where people feel like we shouldn't use it because it's a term of detriment? So
Uh,
when I try to use the word, people tell me, that's a word that was used as an ugly term for people like us of our skin color during slavery. And I be like, okay, well, I get that. You say nigger, nigger, get back to that field, nigger, bring me my cotton bales, Jay Rose does for his Jays, but, you know, nigga is a term of endearment. And that's how I was raised, that's how I feel. So I'm gonna talk to y'all and see what y'all think about that. What do y'all think about the word nigga? And truthfully, the end game is there are a lot of white people who feel like that is an exclusive term that is used for black people that they can't use, and therefore that is a form of racism. So, my nigga, go ahead, my nigga, go ahead, nigga.
I mean, I'm personally okay with the using the term nigga. I think I also agree if it's like a term of brotherhood, endearment.
you okay with who using it? Everybody?
I'm gonna get there. Hold on, nigga. but but I agree with Lip. We've kind of flipped this word. We've made it cool in the culture. I understand like a lot of the older generations, they don't get it. They don't like it. But we've allowed pretty much all black people can use it. We've pretty much allowed Afro Latinos to use it. The Fat Joes, the Big Puns of the world. We've also allowed the biracial people to use it, the Drakes and the J. Coles. So who are we excluding, right? We're excluding white people, right? Now, when you see the cases of the teacher, who, they made a parody about it in Boondocks, the teacher who was like, I use nigga, not nigger. I was saying, oh, can a nigga get a fry? I personally that doesn't bother me as much because he's right. It's a different word. And I think if you got a hood pass, you can use it. Because, you can't tell that one white kid who grew up in like dirt poor, like that white trash person who grew up in the hood, like, I'm with my niggas.
Whoa. 1 second. What is a hood pass?
I'm telling you, a hood pass is the white person who grew up in a predominantly black community, who has black friends, no, like they're as close as we are. And he's like, I'm just chilling with my nigga Joey. I'm chilling with my nigga, Rice. And these are black people they talking about. He's calling them nigga. And they're like, yeah, that's my white nigga. That's my white nigga Brad. That's my nigga Brad. Like, you can't tell him not to use it. Now, you might, from an outside perspective, outside the community, be like, well, that white dude used the word nigga.
Yeah,
It makes me feel uncomfortable.
I disagree with that.
But if he's embedded in that community and he has a hood pass and on that block, then you can't tell that man he can't use that word, in my opinion.
Is that everywhere or just in that setting?
In that setting, I definitely agree with it. Now, like going back to the teacher, now the teacher's not from the hood, but the teacher's trying to appeal to a predominantly black class. And there's multiple instances of this, especially in Chicago and urban communities. If a teacher's trying to say the word, like, okay, for example, like The kid's acting up in class, and teacher says, "Nigga, sit down." Everybody, ooh, going crazy. But yo, like, he got your attention,
Good. All right. Cool.
and he's appealing to
What's
these
good?
kids who are using the word all around him. I think I sympathize with his exclusion.
I don't believe there's a hood pass for white people to say nigga. I don't. I don't.
They just want to be on the in crowd.
That's
they
fine, but they want to be on the in crowd when it comes to hip hop. They want to be on the in crowd when it comes to our fashion. They want to be on the in crowd when it comes to everything that we do. I don't believe there's an impasse on saying nigga because to me, if I say nigga, that means Levi, you my nigga. Like, that's my dude. That's my guy. If I say J Rose, what up, my nigga? Like, I don't believe there's ever an exception.
Eminem used the word nigga.
I don't believe that was accepted.
Eminem's from Detroit or Warren to Detroit.
I don't care where he's
he
from.
He put on multiple black
I don't
artists.
care where he's from. You are not a part of the culture. Like, you can say that you're a part of hip hop culture. You can be at a concert, and then when Kanye is performing, or when Jay-Z or anybody, when the N-word, that's what I'm gonna say now. When the N-word comes up,
they gotta be quiet right there.
I'm not going to say that you should be allowed to say nigga because to me, that's our word. That's our word for endearment. It's the one thing that we ask of people. It's the one thing. We don't control anything in this culture. We don't control who we work for. We don't control who we bank with. We don't control who we drive our cars with, get gas from, get food from. The one thing that we have as a part of this culture is this one word. One word. That's all I'm saying. It's one word.
But what type of shit is that to hold on to? That's not nothing to take pride in.
But I'm saying, like, it's one. Okay.
Like, for example, because we ain't got a bank. If I'd rather have a bank, I'd rather have these other things that you mentioned.
Right. I'd rather
any
have
of those over a fucking word.
I'd rather have them too. But right now, my thing is, we don't have anything to ourselves. We have nothing. So we've assimilated into white culture. And it's one thing that's been said before by Malcolm X and Martin Luther King, Dr. Martin Luther King, is we have been assimilated into a house that's burning. Meaning we are making ourselves a part of a culture that is not our own. We're asking white people to please accept us. Please let us be one of you. Please let us drink from your water fountain. Please let us sit on the front of the bus with you. Please let us have the jobs you have. Please let us have the money that you have and bank at the banks that you have. We keep asking for stuff, and I'm tired of it. It's like, we have this word. This is my nigga. Let us have that, because we don't own anything else. We don't.
You asking white people to feel sorry for us?
How? How am I asking them to feel sorry for us? If I'm saying,
let us have this one word, you asking again.
I'm not asking. I'm telling them.
You just did.
No. Okay. You know what? I'll take that back. I'm telling you, if someone white, which I experienced at Michigan State, if someone was to say nigga walking past me, I'ma steal on that nigga.
But in what manner though? Like, okay, so let's say you walk past him, you bump him by accident. He like, nigga, you gonna hit him?
Yeah, I'm gonna be like, nigga, who you calling a nigga? Like, why is this such a foreign concept that if someone calls you a nigga, like, you don't have a response? I guess that's where my biggest question comes from. Because to me, if someone bumped into you at work on your way to work in Chicago, J Rhodes, if someone was bumping into you, he's like, get out the way, nigga. You saying you wouldn't say nothing? You just keep it moving?
Nah, you right. I mean, like I said, you probably right overall, and I'm trying to put stipulations on it. Like that's kind of almost like a negative connotation. Like without the way, nigga. Like, hold on, though, who the fuck you talk to? But if it's like yo, like, dog, them J's cold, dog, my nigga, them J's cold. Then I'll be like, yeah, they are cold, and I'll be like, you got a hood pass. You know what I'm saying?
No, not without the J's. Let's pretend we're Levi with no J's. So Levi is on his way to work. He's working downtown, working at Quicken. He walks down the street, and somebody bumps into him and says, "Watch out the way, nigga." You mean to tell me that you're gonna be like, you know what? Our people oppressed us, and you know we're coming together. So you're allowed to say that. Like, what you gonna say?
But that's like
No,
that's in a
No,
negative way. What if he was just like,
no. This for
what if
Levi.
he was
Levi,
like, what if he like nigga, those niggas
no,
a nice
let
tie.
Levi respond. Levi, go.
all right, if somebody did that, but I would have a problem with it. However, it's not because of the word. The word nigga is just adding fuel to the flame. Like, because if somebody bumped into me and they was take the word out and just be like, "Watch where the fuck you going," I'd be like, "Fuck around with you? Who the fuck you talking to?"
Right.
Okay, so
You see
what
what
if
I'm
they
saying?
didn't
So,
bump with you? What if they just walked past you and said, "Dirty nigga"?
No, stop saying that because we don't say it like that. What if they was like yo, my nigga, that's a nice tie. Would you get mad then?
Yes, because you're.
I'm asking Levi, be quiet.
Oh, my fault.
uh,
You be like, you probably
And
use
see,
then I kind of
let
lean more
Levi go.
towards
Let
in
Levi
that
go.
situation. I feel more like Rose. Like I feel more like Rose in that particular situation. It's like if he has, it would rub me the wrong way. But my pops told me nigga is the word at the core meaning is ignorant motherfucker. So whether they white, black, whatever race, it can be used however, but it's basically
But
mean
that's
ignorant
a bad
motherfucker.
definition, though. That's a bad
I've,
definition.
I've heard that definition too, though. You know.
Yeah.
That's
So
that's a
now
bad
I'm not saying
definition,
I
though.
know that's not the way it's used, and that was the way it was used. That's the way it was used when he was in the army in the 70s.
Right. And then Tupac tried to switch it saying never ignorant getting goals accomplished.
Right. So and it's evolved over time, but that's where he's coming from.
See,
So it
Levi
depends
don't
on.
know nothing about Tupac. You see how he just rolled over that?
Nah, nigga, I put you up on pop.
See, he just said nigga. He just said it. He said, nigga, I'll
So
put you up on Pac.
yeah, but with that said though, no, it depends on the context it's being used in. If it's being used to refer to me as ignorant or less than you or in a racist derogatory term, I got a
It's
problem.
not derogatory. I'm saying my point is the word nigga.
No,
Because I've had this conversation with multiple white
but
people,
it's not,
and white
it's
people
not
feel
as
like,
simple.
but white people feel like it's racist because they feel like that's a word they can't say, and there's nothing that we can't say that refer to white people. And I feel like that's a conversation we need to have.
Why it's a word at the end of the day. I mean, I feel like it's like, what's the big thing to say that you got a word that you can say? What's the big
Because
like? Why are we
there's
not
no
focusing on
there's no
building
white
our own bank?
because there's no white word that they can't say. There's no word like we could say I want a piece of cracker, or we could say you're a cracker. They don't take offense to that. Or we could say what is it? Oh, I was in traffic. I was pumping my horn like a honky, and then they're like, yeah, a honky. I was honking my horn like a honky. Like there's no word for white people that have the same reverence to the word nigga because when they hear the word nigga, they know they can't say it. So they want to
But that,
say it and they're mad at us for not letting them be able to say it. And I'm saying they shouldn't be able to say it because it's our word, it's our term of endearment. My niggas. Like DMX, I'm sorry,
I
but
think it depends on more the context of the way the word's being used.
it's
So
always context. To me, it's like my nigga, my nigga. That's my nigga. Like J Rose is my nigga. Levi is my nigga. Like I'm not saying J Rose is my nigger. Levi is
right,
my nigger.
I get
Like I'm not saying you're a slave to me. I'm saying you're my nigga. We turned a negative into a positive, and there's even on the Breakfast Club, they all said I'm trying not to say the N word because it gives people power over me. And I'm saying to me, if I
No.
say it to my bro, that's not giving me power over him. That's my nigga.
Right. But it's giving the other culture power over you because you saying that we can use it, but they can't use it. So it's like, so what
right.
happens when so like for example, so when those kids in Iowa or in Wisconsin are listening to YG, like my nigga, like they not saying my hitter, they saying my nigga. So if they can sing it in private, how come they can't sing it in public without you getting upset?
Because that's my nigga. Like my nigga defines me as that's my bro. That's my guy. That's my nigga. Like I took from you and I hate to say this analogy because I hate referencing slavery, but
Mm-hmm.
in slavery, you were a nigger. So I took from what you used as slave terms, nigger, I changed that to be nigga. That's my term of endearment from my people. So I feel like the real greatest threat that they have is the fact that we took away a term that was meant to destroy us and meant to demean us, and I turned it into a term of endearment.
Why don't we just leave the word alone? We don't see, like, for example, a derogatory term for Asian Chinese people would be chink. You don't see
Mm-hmm.
them trying to take that word and then flip it into
Yes, they
something
do. I
else.
say my chinka, my chinka.
Whatever, nigga. So
But they say nigga too,
like,
though.
yeah, so other minorities are empowered to use it. There's no
Every
like
minority says nigga.
which is
Every
like,
minority
even though
says
we
nigga.
used it in this conversation and I use it in my I ain't gonna say I don't use it. It's something that I wish that I've been working on using a lot less, and I hope to eventually eliminate from my
But why?
vocabulary.
But why? And that's my question. Why do people feel like they have to eliminate the word nigga from their vocabulary? Because that's a part of our culture.
Right. But then I gotta turn on, is that my culture when I'm that's my I feel comfortable using it when I'm around,
Mm-hmm.
when I'm
Young niggas.
exclusively in my community. I don't feel like, suppose there's a white person walking past, I don't like to use, or
it,
somebody
yeah.
that's not from the community, I don't feel comfortable using it in that thing. I don't think it should be in rap music because rap music is now commercialized so much to where white people feel empowered to use it because they embrace the hip hop culture. Obviously, we embrace them embracing the hip hop culture because it allows black people to become more prominent and become more famous and rich, and giving them a larger platform. But it also gives them a larger platform to speak on things such as that word. That's what empowers them. Whereas when it originally started, like suppose when hip hop was still mainly largely underground,
Levi,
it was
Levi, I get it.
what?
I understand that you're saying that people are using the word out of context. What I'm saying is, why do we have to stop using the word if it's something that we use for each other? Let's just jump to the top. Beyonce. Beyonce said nigga in her song. So
Yeah.
why do we feel like we need to stop using the term of endearment for each other if it doesn't hurt us? It makes other people feel bad. Like, why are we caring about what they say?
But when will we grow out of it? Okay, because like, okay, so for example, like I'm gonna let you talk in a minute, Levi. Like, I agree with you, Lip. I enjoy using the word amongst my peers, right? However, when do we get to the point where it's like it's no longer cool or proper decorum to call each other nigga? Like when we're 50, when we're 60. I mean, we might see our parents use that word sparingly, but you don't see older people like it's some dumb niggas on the street. They use it in a more derogatory term as opposed to endearment. And also, like Levi alluded to, I don't like to use the term in front of Caucasian people or white people because I think it makes them feel uncomfortable, and it also kind of makes me look a little bit silly and less educated because there should be other words I could be able to use to describe this faction of people. So when do we get to the point?
What do you mean
when
by
do we get to the point
silly?
where we grow out of it?
What do you mean by silly?
I mean, okay, like would you call me your nigga in front of your boss?
No, I wouldn't call you my nigga in front of my boss, but I would honestly call you my nigga in the parking lot. Like,
That's what I'm saying. So if I'm not good enough, if the word is not good enough to use that in front of your boss, then why should we embrace it as much? And I'm being devil's advocate because it's like, you my nigga. Like, I don't mind seeing that, but at the same time, if I'm out with my director, and they could be black or white, I'm not gonna say like, oh yeah, I was on the phone all night, my nigga Levi, and like I ain't get no sleep. She'll be like, excuse me?
Right, but I feel like Levi has enough knowledge to know not to say, hey, thank you, boss, my nigga, for giving me this promotion. Like, it's a word that's used for your people. Like, it's
not good enough to be used in public, though. You know what I'm saying?
But why does that matter, though?
I mean, it's like a respect and I don't want to say education, but yeah, go ahead, Levi.
You just said that we want to use, why does it matter what other people think? Okay, so it's mainly white people wouldn't be empowered to use it, or the general public, including white people, wouldn't be empowered to use it if we didn't.
White people want to use it. That's the problem.
Right, because of But where did that stem from? That stems straight from almost
it stems from music.
Music, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so you can't say you don't care what white people think, but then hip hop artists market to white people all the time, because if they only marketed to black people, they'd be broke. So you do care what they think. So I mean, so if you do care what they think, I care that you don't use the word. I prefer you not to use the word. So if I'm using the word and you listening, and I care what you think because I want you to buy my fucking record so I can be rich, I wouldn't want to use the word if I don't want you using the word. And that's what that's me thinking if I was a hip hop artist. And that's why I personally think the word should be removed due to just the commercialization, that sort of thing. If it was something just within the community, that sort of thing, that's different.
You're
I don't know, Lip.
You're
I don't know,
wrong.
man. Maybe we should stop using it,
Okay, so I'm gonna say this. I feel like I can't stop using it because to me that's a personal word. To me, like almost being a part of a fraternity or any type of secret society. You say, what up, my nigga? Like that's
All we ask is trust.
Okay, don't quote Jay.
But you don't trust white people to use it.
I don't trust white people to use it, but I trust you. And I trust Rhodes. And I trust every nigga that I come across with. I say, like, that's my nigga. Like, what up, my nigga? Like, what's good? Nigga, you tripping. Nigga, you on one. I can't see another word that makes it more appropriate. Like, dude, you're on one. Or, dude,
man,
what's
you
good?
Say, man.
I don't see it, bro. I don't see it. But,
man,
what you mean, man?
Man, you tripping.
All right.
Or
on that note, we're going to end it. Thank you for listening to Thinking Out Loud podcast. I had my bro, J Rose, with me finally back again. J Rose, he been a little bit of a, I ain't going to say, but go ahead, J Rose. I thank you, bro.
Oh, yeah. I'm glad to be back. And if I'm your nigga, let me be your nigga in front of your boss.
Right. I thank my nigga, J Rose. And I thank my nigga, Levi, the honorable nigga Levi Tripp. Thank you, bro.
Appreciate it.
All right. And I want to thank all my niggas right now for tuning in. It's a nigga trip situation. So with that being said, I appreciate you. And, we're going to keep this shit going. Next week, look for the next episode. Subscribe, like, comment, do whatever you got to do. But we love y'all. Thank you so much for listening. I want to thank my bros, of course, Jay Rhodes, my co-host, the Honorable Mr. Levi, and of course myself for putting this shit together. This is Thinking Out Loud, baby. We out.
This episode of Thinking Out Loud was executive produced by J Lip. Music provided by Daisy Smith. Artwork and logo provided by Rob D. And sponsored by you, the people. We thank you for listening.